Amar, hi. Actually, I'm so sorry. There is some problem with my. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Amar audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. You are audible.
And clearly, मेरा स्क्रीन आप मैं स्क्रीन शेयर करके देख लूं एक बारी.
Okay.
आगे बना रही हूँ मैं भी नहीं. हम कल के साथ बना रही हूँ. सबसे पहले एक पे काम करो थोड़ा. वीडियो बनाएंगे. ये पीछे का नॉइज भी सुनाई दे रहा है.
यस मैम, आपकी आवाज़ आ रही है मुझे, बट स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हुआ है अभी. यस मैम, इट्स विजिबल नाउ.
And clearly audible as well.
यस मैम, यू आर ऑडिबल. यस.
Experiences later in 1908 was born our alma mater, the Trained Nurses Association of India. From the very beginning, the members of TNAI have exuded unwavering focus, founded in a strong commitment towards the continual development of the nursing profession. It also played a pivotal role in setting up regulatory bodies like the State Nursing Council 1926 and the Indian Nursing Council 1947 in India. In 1974, TNAI became a member of the Commonwealth Nurses Midwives Federation, CNMF, a group whose board seats have been welcoming associations from TNAI's presidents ever since. Over the years, TNAI has been working very closely with the government and non-government organizations to assist key policy making in the healthcare sector. A contribution, the fruits of which have been reaping benefits for our fraternity and the healthcare sector in general. In acknowledgement of the dedicated service of TNAI to the nation, the Government of India named the TNAI Headquarters Lane as Florence Nightingale Lane in 2007 and released a stamp to memorialize the organization in 2011. And a hallmark of its kindness is the Daycare Center for the Elderly in Greater Noida, inaugurated by Dr. APJ Abul Kalam, former President of India. The center also houses TNAI's Central Institute of Nursing and Research Center, Simulation Lab, and a guest house. During the recent COVID-19 pandemic, our nurses displayed an exemplary performance, holding fort at the front line, dedicating themselves to the process, not caring for their own safety and security. Making difficult decisions, taking tough calls, handling critical situations, and battling emergency scenarios, our nurses did it all, and they did it with a smile. In the COVID-19 era, TNAI undertook many activities, including the task of distribution of N95 masks in several uncovered regions through its state branches. It pleaded with concerned authorities to suitably compensate the kin of those having made the supreme sacrifices in the war against COVID-19 and urged the employers of the nurses to pay normative salaries. For TNAI's unwavering support to the country and the exemplary performance of their duties during the pandemic, TNAI was awarded the 6th Women Astitva Samman 2021 by PhD Family Welfare Foundation, Government of India, and the COVID Champion Award at the India Business Leaders Award organized by CNBC. Moving with the times and transforming with every futuristic need, TNAI is not just an organization, it's a journey of care, compassion, selflessness, of sheltering life itself from the womb to its doom, of mind that enables, of hearts that give and hands that serve, of the strength and grit of a fraternity, of offering healing to the world.
Ishank, let others to join fast. Attached with the auditorium and other classes where students are seated.
Okay, ma'am.
Try to contact other people so students are watching and just they give a look to the screen that there are many students, more than thousands are watching. So we need to check a picture also. It's definitely boosting to others people who are seeing.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much everyone to joining. We'll take 2-3 more minutes to wait to connect other people as they are on the way and they're late to share the link. So please spare 2-3 more minutes. Our speaker is present. Our chief guest is present. Our guest of honor is also present. We'll start within a minute. And I wish all the EC member of UP State TNI already joined. Please open your video. Today we have in the valedictory session also. Please open your videos. Me too is going to be. Come on my seat. Dr. Ramushir has joined. Mrs. Lakshmi Prande, you are present in this scenario?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I request my chief guest and guest of honor and my speaker I could have seen. Good afternoon, Madam Rupa. Thank you so much for joining and bearing 2-3 days for pending the session. Jai Hind, a very good afternoon to each one of you who joined today's the last webinar, international webinar, which is organized by UPTNI in association with Rama College of Nursing, Samarpan Institute of Nursing and DNIP from Delhi. This is our 5th international webinar and this is the last webinar for today's and we have a valedictory session. Thank you so much for having the patience, listening us and bearing us with such a wonderful topics which have covered by different speakers from different sides. Today we have a wonderful speaker with us. Soon I am going to introduce Madam. Thank you so much for joining. We'll start with the prayer, with the virtual lamp lighting.
The glory.
Shank, kindly unmute Ramu sir. Is messaging. Please unmute Ramu sir, Bhuvneshwari Das madam, and Rupa madam.
Yes, madam.
We'll go with the Ganesh Vandana.
नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं गजाननं भूतगणाधिसेवितं प्रविद्धजम्बूफलसारभक्षितम् आयुधं शोकविनाशकारम् नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजम्
Thank you so much. So we'll move. So today's chief guest is Dr. K. Ramu sir. He's the Dean and HOD RR College, Nursing Institution, Karnataka. Sir, we welcome you. I can see you on screen. So Dr. Ramu sir has been serving as a Dean and HOD at RR Nursing Institution, Karnataka. He holds qualification including Masters in Medical Surgical Nursing, PhD in Nursing with specialization in Type 2 diabetic mellitus. Sir has recognized for over 3 decades of academic, administrative, and research experience in nursing education. Previously, Sir held the post of Dean at Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences and served as advisor to the Student Nursing Association, SNA under TNI Karnataka branch. Sir has guided over than 100 postgraduate research projects and is a recognized PhD guide across the multiple universities. Sir's notable research papers were presented in international platforms including Tokyo, Japan, and Dubai, UAE, etc. Led the training of over 1 lakh nurses on COVID-19 management during the pandemic. He is being a key speaker and organizer for numerous national and international webinars, seminars, and workshops, including on telemedicine, evidence-based nursing practice, and clinical nursing educations. So is honored with the multiple awards, including Best Principal Award, Lifetime Achievement Award, Best Nursing Teacher Award. He holds the key positions such as Chairperson of Ethics Committee, Editorial Board Member at Rajiv Gandhi University of Health Sciences, and EC Member, Executive Committee Member at TNI. Published 27 research articles, including both national and international journals. He is known for the pioneering reform in nursing, including the renaming of staff nurses' roles and institutional boardrooms after Florence Nightingale. Actively engaged in community awareness, such as organizing health education and sensitization program. Sir, with a deep-hearted, we are welcoming you for this international webinar series. I request Ramu sir to please speak out regarding today's webinar, that is the last webinar of our series, and the topic. Kindly unmute Ramu sir.
Hello, can you hear me, madam?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please.
Very good afternoon, all of you. Thank you so much, Dr. Dipti, madam, for giving opportunity again. Today, I'm sorry, first of all, I'm traveling. Some disturbance will be there. I'll not take much time also. Happy Nurses Day, all of you. Every year on March 12th, entire world celebrating the International Nurses Day. And today we have to remember Florence Nightingale, who is the founder of modern nursing, pioneer of nursing, statistician, social reformer, lady with the lamp, and her contribution during Crimean War is well appreciated globally. And Florence Nightingale is the one she laid the foundation of our today's nursing profession. And this year's theme, Our Nurses, Our Future, Caring for Nurses Strengthens Economics. Every day, nurses enter into the hospital with steady hands, quite strength, heart full of compassion and love. It is the time all of us to remember invaluable role of nurses in healing, comforting, and caring the patients and the family members. Nurses are known for, the caring for others. The healthcare system must also care for the nurses. Without, definitely, no doubt in that, without support from the nurses, definitely, it's very difficult for us. I mean, for the patients. Without support, most of the nurses can face burnout, stress, fatigue. When nurses are valued, protected, and supported, definitely they can provide better care. So how to support? So this is very interesting. So you have to support the nurses. That's what recently International Council of Nurses also they mentioned clearly about this. So the duty of us healthcare system to support the nurses, right? So there should be like regular training, skill development is very important so that they can have up-to-date knowledge. Second is the well-being of nurses is very, very important. Nurses are facing burnout, stress, and all that. So they should be happy, they should be healthy always. It is the duty of the system to support the well-being of nurses. Leadership abilities are very important. So it is very, I can say, we allow the health system should allow the government, allow the nurses to participate in taking their own decisions in certain situations. And medical technology, very well. Really, I'm very happy to say that nurses are really, I'm telling, they're having very good knowledge and skills in medical technology. And because of medical technology used by the nurses, it reduces human mistakes and errors. And patient care also is very easy and more effective. Some of the medical technologies used by the nurses, very well. Automated IV pumps, smart beds, robotics, artificial intelligence, telehealth, especially electronic health records. These are the main technology that are used by the nurses. And also along with that, it is the duty of the organization health systems is see that we should have a regular staff development programs, like allow the nurses to attend the conferences, seminars, workshops. This should show that they can have up-to-date knowledge about that. And recently they clearly mentioned International Council of Nurses also. Some workplace violence are common among nurses, maybe by the patients or by the family members, right? Workplace violences like, physical assault, verbal abuse, verbal abuse is very common, bullying, threats, sexual assaults, racial abuses. These are certain violence are common in the hospitals and other clinical settings. So because of these violences, lot of consequences there. So what are the consequences of violence? It leads to impact on nurses' work environment, right? Psychological problems like because of this violences, lot of stress, burnout, and fatigue, and also very important decrease job satisfaction, absenteeism also may be there. So how to prevent such violences? So there should be physical security, always good security personnel, and clear communication policy is very important. Proper training and education. Counseling services are very important for all the nurses. And recently I've seen in the journals, there is a study in a survey research in 2024. According to this study, the nurses burnout associated with lower patient safety, more nosocomial infections, patient falls, medication errors also are very common. According to one more research, 62% nurses are experiencing burnout. It is due to the lack of proper sleep, right? And 50% of health workers, including nurses, thinking that they're about to take their job. The survey says clearly 80% worked out over capacity, 20% worked twice during their duty hours. So this
I think sir network is little bit weak. Thank you so much, Ramu sir, for inciting words and the promoting words for the nurses. Thank you so much for joining us in such a busy schedule. I think network issue is there. So Shank, is the network issue from Ramu sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So okay, no issue. You just unmute to Bhuvneshwari ma'am, unmute to sir. We'll continue. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us. We are not able to listen you due to your poor network. And you are, this time I think you are in your journey. Thank you so much for joining in such a busy schedule today. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to introduce our guest of honor today, Dr. Bhuvaneshwari Das, madam. She's Associate Professor and HOD in Government College of Nursing, Raigad, Chhattisgarh. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us.
Thank you so much.
So Dr. Bhuvaneshwari Das, madam, has serving as Associate Professor and Head of the Department of Child Health Nursing at Government College of Nursing, Raigad, Chhattisgarh. Madam holds a PhD in Child Health Nursing from Vinayaka Mission University, Tamil Nadu. She earned Master in Nursing, that is in Child Health Nursing, and Master degree in Sociology. She brings her over than 21 years of teaching experience across diploma, undergraduate and postgraduate level, along with the 1.5 year of clinical experience. She has been trusted as a roles with the faculty as the vice principal, HOD and research coordinator in various institutions. Madam taught diverse subjects with specialization in childhood department and the nursing and the biostatistics. She authored 2 books and contributed to numerous book chapters with 14 published articles and 19 scientific presentations. Madam has recognized with honors such as the Best Teacher Award, Young Researcher Award, and Distinguished Faculty Award. So, madam, we welcome you in the 5th lecture of our international webinar series, which is organized by Trained Nursing Association of India, UP State Branch. I request madam to say few words regarding the topic and the International Nurses Day. Yes, ma'am.
Namaskar sabhi ko. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much, ma'am, for inviting me as a special guest on this webinar series. First of all, I would like to wish everybody a very happy International Nurses Day. And it was a Nurses Week also, 2025. Today, we have gathered virtually to celebrate the compassion, dedication, and the expertise of our nurses worldwide. Once Florence Nightingale has said that nursing is an art. We have read in the books, right? So when it is to be made an art, it requires exclusively devotion, hard work as preparation, and as how the painter paint their painting. Same way, we also should be very hardworking, passionate to our patient care. And definitely our nurses are do so. We may forget our name. We may forget the patient name. Even patient may forget our name. But how we are taking care of patient, how we are bothering to them, they will never forget it. How we are talking to them. So that is what is our role starts here. So nurses, as we all know, nurses are the backbone of healthcare, providing comfort, care, and hope to those in need. Let us take a moment to appreciate the valuable contribution of nurses all over the world. Nurses touch lives, bring healings, and inspire hope. And on this Nurses Day, we celebrate their passion, expertise, and hard work, dedication all around the world. As we all know the vital role of nurses, let us also recognize the challenges what the nurses face in day-to-day life. We all are facing in our own way. So we are to create the supportive environment and that compasses them to thrive for the better care. Let us acknowledge the contribution to amplify their voice and work together to build a healthcare more compassionate world. As we know the challenges when we are in the challenges, we have to remember that service is our primary thing. And we need to provide care with our full honest. And even not only the clinical side, when we are in the education side also, we are directly or indirectly related to the patient care. We are teaching students correctly how to take care of the patient. We are having a lot of simulations, activities in the clinic, in the lab areas, and then we are training the student in the college area, and then we are sending the students to clinical part to minimize the error in the patients, because we are dealing with the live patients. So let us appreciate all the incredible nurse who light our hospital with their care, skill, and compassion. Thank you all for whatever we do, whatever you do. Let's commit to caring for those who care for us. Be proud of ourselves to be the nurse. Definitely, we all are proud to have that we are all our nurses. Our nurses are very enthusiastic while caring or while serving the patient. And definitely this enthusiasm is not the state of mind. It is a constant impulse to lead our life to achieve the goal. It fuels our passion to care and lead to make a difference every day. Nurses Day are yet again, here again. This time we carry even more weight on our shoulders as uncertainty looms. Recently we had some tension between India and Pakistan. Still, it has not yet solved completely. So we are here preparing ourselves, being a healthcare provider. Again, the same scenario we are just repeating, that we are getting ready for the wounded soldiers to care for to care them in case of emergency. So yesterday, Indian Nursing Council, they had one capacity building program on emergency preparedness. It was a webinar yesterday. It was held by the INC, in which we have learned a lot of emergency preparation, how to be done, how the overview it is, and how CBNR emergency, which is very rare. The disaster emergency, other emergencies are very common, but CBR and emergencies are very rare, and which we are predicting in case of other problem. Then CBR and emergencies are nothing but a chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear emergency. In case of war, we may come across with this kind of emergencies. So, as we all know that we nurses are important to take care of our patient as well as the society also. At last, मैं कुछ लाइनों के साथ I just want to stop my speech. So these are written by some of my students. निकली हूँ चिराग लेकर, चिराग बनकर रह जाऊंगी सोचा ना था. निकली हूँ चिराग लेकर, चिराग बन जाऊंगी सोचा ना था. शुरुआत तो एक मरहम से की थी, आज उल्लास से जुड़ जाऊंगी कई सांसों से ये सोचा ना था. आज उल्लास से जुड़ जाऊंगी कई सांसों से ये सोचा ना था. ऊंचाई के शिखर पर पहुंची हूँ, आज हर जगह मेरी परछाई है. ऊंचाई के शिखर पर पहुंची हूँ, आज हर जगह मेरी परछाई है. अब वक्त बदला है और हर किसी को मेरी जरूरत समझ में आई है. हर किसी को मेरी जरूरत समझ में आई है. Thank you so much. And this is really an indeed COVID time also. We came to know what was our importance, and the time is again coming for the same. So we all nurses are getting ready for that. And though whether we are in very anywhere, so we are ready to serve our nation first. Thank you so much, Deepti ma'am, for inviting a special guest and for your honor and your invitation. And thank you all the participants. Wish you again a happy Nurses Day. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am, for gracing us as a guest of honor today and giving your insightful words and just making us to understand how much valuable we are today and we were in the past and we will be in the future. So nurses are really the breath of the healthcare system. We must recognize this and take care of ourselves also. And today's topic is on that. Before I introduce our speaker today, I request to our program chairperson, Mrs. Lakshmi Pandey, to give a formal welcome to each one. Shashank, please unmute Madam Lakshmi.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to all our esteemed guests, participants, and colleagues joining from different colleges of UP State and across the country. It is with great pleasure and deep appreciation that we, TNI UP branch, welcome you all to the 5th and final day of our international webinar series on the theme, Our Nurses, Our Future, Caring for the Nurses, Strengthening Economies. This impactful series has been profoundly organized by TNI UP branch in collaboration with Rama College of Nursing, Kanpur, Samarpan College of Nursing, Lucknow, and DNipCare, Delhi. Over the past 4 days, we have engaged in meaningful discussions and powerful sessions highlighting the vital role nurses play, not just in healthcare but in shaping resilience and thriving societies as we bring this successful series to a close today. Let us reflect on the insights shared and the inspiration gained. It is my honor to welcome our chief guest, Dr. K. Ramu from RR Institute, Karnataka. Sir, your unwavering dedication to nursing education and your visionary leadership are truly commendable, and we are privileged to have you with us today. I welcome you, sir. We are also delighted to welcome our guest of honor, Dr. Bhuvneshwari Das, Associate Professor, Government College of Nursing, Chhattisgarh. Madam, your contributions to nursing academia and advocacy continue to inspire students and professionals alike. We also extend a special welcome to our guest of speaker, Ms. Rupa Rawat Singhavi, Regional Nurse Leadership. Ma'am, we look forward to your insightful perspective in nursing, leadership, and the global efforts being made to empower nurses at all the levels. As we conclude this enriching series, let us carry forward the message that caring for nurses is not just a moral duty but a strategic investment in the future of
Speaker Rupa Rawat Singhvi, madam. She's a regional nurse lead in CA. Can you unmute, madam?
Hi, am I audible?
Madam is associated with the organization that is WHO Collaborating Center for Emergency and Trauma, JPNATC, AIMS, New Delhi, India. Her qualification including the fellowship in social accountability from USA, that is she's pursuing, MSc in rheumatology nursing from UK, advanced rheumatology course in USA. She achieved her first trained rheumatology nurse. She is the first trained rheumatology nurse in India. That is the biggest achievement of Madam. So many congratulations for this. Global Champions of the Year of 2023 for the rural and tribal area, worked from Association of Rural Surgeons of India. Nurse Entrepreneur Award 2023 for Nursing Excellence. As a works experience, we could say that 18-year plus experience she is having. In that, 13-year is corporate and 5-year in public health. Various positions she holds, such as clinical, training, administration, quality, and research. The area is private, public, NGO, and international agencies. If we talk about the research and publication of dear madam, she holds 19 research publications, that is on rheumatology, 3 books, chapters, 6 articles in nursing magazines and other magazines. Madam has a scholarship for the arthritis and research from UK, for MSc Rheumatology Nursing, multiple ELOs, that European League Against Rheumatism, and sponsorship, and from the Netherlands, UK. Ma'am, we are blessed to have you here as a speaker, and we really apologize that last 3 years we are just changing the schedule due to some emergency as per the war situations. Thank you so much for joining us, and we are eager to hear you regarding the topic and your own insights about the nursing. Just unmute, madam, and we welcome you, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am,
ma'am.
we are
Ma'am,
audible.
yeah. Can I share my screen?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just getting stopped the sharing.
Can you,
Yes, ma'am.
can you
Now
see
you
my
can
screen?
share, please.
Can you see my screen? Am I clearly audible and my screen is visible?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are audible, and the slides is visible.
Yeah. Shall I start?
Yes, please.
Your kind permission. Thank you very much, ma'am, first of all, for such a detailed and glad introduction. Thanks. So first of all, I really wanted to thank to all organizers, GMI, UP branch, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. and helping me to learn more in last 4 or 5 days because I started reading. I have never seen nursing from this economic power point of view, but just because you have given me this topic, I thought to read it from that perspective. And I place each students, specialties, clinical nurses. Now,
Ma'am, excuse
audible?
me. Your voice is not much clear to us. You are audible, voice is slow, and the words are not clear.
Exactly.
Is it better now?
Yes, it is better. There is a background voice is more audible than
Keep it this closer. Is it better now?
I think you are at somewhere in place of your working. Yes, ma'am, you just continue. I just asked to Jasmine. It is clear to there in your place. You are not unmuted. Please unmute Jasmine Manu.
Hello? Yes,
Yes,
ma'am, you are audible. You are audible.
please carry on, Rupa, ma'am, please.
Yeah. So, ma'am, otherwise I can do one thing. I have already given my slides to you. If you can show these slides, so I can see. Because there is some issue at my place, internet connectivity, and therefore I'm using my desktop.
Okay, ma'am.
Hi. Am I clearly audible now, ma'am?
Ma'am, you are clearly audible right now.
So I just asked my team to, my colleague will be doing that flipping of the slide. Will that be okay, ma'am?
Okay, ma'am.
Jasmine, ma'am, my voice is clear now.
Yeah, your voice is clear. Please proceed.
Thank you very much. I'm extremely sorry for all this because today I don't know why what happened to our workplace network. Suddenly my mobile network and everything is not supporting me much. So first of
Rupa, ma'am, your voice again it's getting break.
all, really?
Yeah, okay.
Is it better?
Yes.
Okay. At any point of time, please let me know with thumbs up, ma'am. Next, please. Yeah. So today's my learning objective would be, I really wanted to share some insightful information about patient-driven nursing, because when we talk about the economic part, it is very important that how we can boost the economy and the financial gain in any of the profession. I'll be talking about economic power of nursing care with evidence-based article, research, other things. Third is collaborative power of healthcare system. And, being a nurse and part of the complex healthcare system, we should always understand that, nurses cannot do anything alone, because this healthcare system is actually just like a solar system. Every that planet is very important, and every planet is revolving around the sun, and sun is basically patient.
So sometimes it happens when we are talking about the healthcare system, we tend to forget the son. Son is our patient. So we all, doctor, nurses, paramedic, all the researchers, clinicians, public health experts, everybody is revolving around that patient. But unfortunately, sometimes our son is missing while we are providing the care. Last but not the least is tips and tricks to bring autonomy in nursing. Next, please. So I wanted to start with a beautiful story. Yeah. Next. A story of a stone cutter. Yeah. As I said that there is a, yeah. Story of a stone cutter. There is a man. Ma'am, everybody is comfortable with English, or I can mix it with Hindi also, because or as you say, English.
English, ma'am, as you say, students say.
Okay. So English would be better mode of communication.
Yes, ma'am. As you are comfortable, no problem.
Yeah, I'm comfortable, sir. So basically, I really wanted to start a story of a stone cutter and wanted to tell you how passion, play a vital role in our profession. So there was a man, वो देखता है 3 लोगों को पत्थर काटते हुए. So he just saw first man. He was tired, sweating, irritated, and he asked that gentleman, "What are you doing?" He said, "Can't you see?" He just scolded him, and "Can't you see that I'm breaking the stone? And please don't disturb me. Move." And then gentleman thought that, oh, why he was so rude. And suddenly he went to the next guy. He asked, "A gentleman, what are you doing? May I know?" So he said, "Look, gentlemen, I am having 3 children. I'm having a wife. I'm having an elderly mother who is ailing, sick. My daily requirement of money is quite high. So I work for this place and cut this stone. And therefore, I get the money and go back so that my children, my mother, my wife can eat properly." He felt a little, sympathetic about this gentleman, and suddenly he moved to the third guy who's really very excited, happily doing, inhalated moon, singing, and suddenly he asked the same question to the third gentleman and said, "Mister, may I ask what you are doing?" He said, "Gentlemen, there is a 2 kilometer, there's a long road, and after 2 kilometers, there's a place." And he quoted the name of that place and said, "वहां पे एक बहुत बड़ा temple बन रहा है, and you know what I'm doing? I'm just cutting the stone for that temple." Can you imagine? Once this temple would be built, so many pilgrims, so many visitors would be visiting those places, and they will be seeing my craft also. And this gentleman suddenly realized that the same work being doing by 3 people, but the response is too different. And you know who was this gentleman? This gentleman is basically a main in charge of that mandir, and he wanted to actually find somebody who can take care of every work of the temple so that temple work can go smoothly. And suddenly he decided that he could be my manager who can look after things on my behalf. So this is a very beautiful beginning. Or sometimes we say that the a dip test and the parameter, how we assess people. When people are doing their job, sometimes they are very irritated, sometimes they are just doing the job because of sake of money, and they are actually depend on that earning of from that job. And last but not the least is few people who are passionate to do that, and in that passion you can see on their faces while they are working and when they are not working even. So that is the story of a passion. And let me tell you, I really request you, my all budding nurses, my future leaders, my all successful nurses, if you add a bit of passion in your profession, believe me, then sky is the limit. You don't need to compare yourself with anyone. You will be your own star. You will be the polar star of your own biography. With that, I really wanted to request my team to just next slide, please. So let's come to the main topic of today's presentation. We all know that 6 out of 10 people from the healthcare industries are nurses. So we keep on saying the heart of the healthcare, and we can see that 60 to 80% hands in healthcare is of nurses. But still, the economic impact which is created by the nurses, the economic wastage which is prevented by the nurses is usually ignored. And people hardly know about the nurse-driven healthcare system and the wellness. So here, I just wanted to bring my own perspective, how I see this. Please, next. So this is my mindful reflect and connect. So you can see, we nurses, heart of the healthcare system. So means healthcare is a body and heart. But when we talk about the heart, so I just checked that heart is just less than 1% of our whole body. So I thought that probably we are using the wrong terminology for the nurses, and therefore nurses are suffering the way they are suffering today. Because people keep on saying that nurses don't have the recognition, acknowledgement. So maybe we are using the wrong analogy, or a wrong way of depicting them. And you know that the global market of healthcare, especially related to heart, is almost 18 billion in 2023 and 30 billion in 2032, just after 10 years. But we know the other part, that the part which our body is composed of 60% water, which is very close to the nursing composition in healthcare system. And 430 billion is basically the investment we are expecting by 2030. So let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, my future nurses, my co-learner, my co-followers, that nursing is very powerful. So if we consider water, so water is a free flowing. Next, please. Next. So nurses, as I see, the nurses, please back. Nurses are the key player of healthcare system, and they are just like a water which is keep flowing in every part of the healthcare system, and healthcare cannot work without that. So that was the way I look at nursing, and when I see it from the economic aspect. Next, please. So in next slide, we will be talking about the economic impact of nursing care, where you can see that if the nurse-patient ratio would be right, because people keep on saying, from where you quote that nurse-patient ratio, and what is the benefit of having the more nurses in the system? The study has been proven already that if the nurse-patient ratio will be standard, then the 30% hospital stay can be reduced. Unfortunate thing is that these studies doesn't go with the public. If public will get to know that the impact of nursing care is directly affecting their pockets, believe me, they will start asking the nurse-patient ratio from the hospital. Because nowadays, the quality accreditation has become such a symbol and such a brand that people, before entering to the hospital, they see, oh, whether it is a NABH or it is NQAS accredited. But because they made that, buzz in the world. But unfortunately, we nurses never talk like that. So I request every one of you, please start talking about nurse-patient ratios and its benefit to the people, to the general people when you are talking at home. So you will see definitely a huge change in the people perspective toward the nurse hiring. Because currently people don't understand that what is the benefit of having nurses in healthcare system. Next, good nurse-patient ratio actually saves so many mortality and hospital-acquired infection. That is ultimately reducing the hospital stay and ultimately reducing the burden on the patient pocket and the government pocket and the TPA and the the third-party insurance system. So this is a high time that we should start educating the nursing care from this perspective, so that people will start asking before accrediting them that what is your nurse-patient ratio. Next, to achieve this SDG and UHC, universal health coverage, and the sustainable developmental goal, it is very important to have a good number of nurses. And unfortunately, in India, we are suffering the lack of nurses. One, because of poor quality of skills and the institution and the education quality of nurses. Second is the brain drain. So it is a high time that we should actually become a passionate nurses and learn as much as we can. The next comes it prevents the readmission and the complication. That again is the same part what I was talking earlier, that hospital acquired infection and the mortality. So crores of money we can save annually if we are having good skill and right number of nurses in our healthcare system. Another thing is that nurse-led care system, which is now getting more popular in our Indian culture with the name CHO, Community Health Officer. It is found that the nurse-led care is equivalent to the doctor-led care. So it is high time that we nurses start feeling confident and start talking to the patient from the patient perspective, and hence we will be providing equivalent high quality care. Last but not the least, with the nurses, as we know, nursing is a profession which is predominantly, shared by the women. So the GDP and women empowerment is actually improved with the good quality of, resources influx through the nurses. With that, I just request next slide. And recently when 2020, we were celebrating the 200th birthday of Florence Nightingale. And there's a one beautiful study which is actually quoted and a report by the ICN that if you invest only $1 in nursing, the return which we get is $10. So can you imagine that, that investment on the nursing skills, nursing recruitment, nursing services is directly proportional 10 times what we are investing right now. So these are the few references. I request the organizer and team, please share these slides with you all, because I believe that, whatever I create is actually, actually for everyone. Like, mera is pe koi aisa adhikar nahi hai. So I really wanted that everybody should get these slides. And I request youngsters, do read one of the few studies which I have already quoted. Next, please. So these all three slides are basically reference slide, what I just shared, in the previous slide. With that, I really wanted to start another beautiful story to tell you that how healthcare works. Next. There is a story of a tortoise, and here everybody know about it. So the story which says slow and steady wins the race, because our tortoise, being a slow, but he was consistent and didn't have that, overconfident about himself. So he keep on walking, and ultimately he won that race. And unfortunately, rabbit was overconfident, and out of proud and arrogancy, he lost that race. Next. Then there is a second version of that story. When the खरगोश हार जाता है इस रेस को, then खरगोश started thinking कि how I can do that. Especially it happens the people who are having high arrogance and high proud, they can't actually adjust, or they can't digest their defeat. So ultimately he said, look, we should repeat this competition. He went to the tortoise, उसको बोलता है कि look, tortoise, madam, मुझे इस बारी दोबारा तुम्हारे साथ रेस करनी है. And tortoise this time is very scared. He said, why you wanted to do? Last time it was done. He said, no, I wanted to do. Can you do it? He said, but why? So ultimately he tried his hard to convince that madam कि हम दोबारा रेस करेंगे. Ultimately this time he was very conscious and cautious. So ultimately he won the race. Next slide, please. So the message from the second story is fast and furious always defeat slow and steady. But then, Maddox actually felt that is this right or it is wrong? So ultimately he think, and finally he went to Khargosh again, and Khargosh को बोलता है कि खरगोश भैया हम एक और बारी रेस करें. So this time Khargosh is out of proud, he was full of pride, and he was saying, क्यों तुम्हें दोबारा हारना है क्या? He said, नहीं, इस बारी एक और रेस करते हैं, थोड़ी different type की होगी. He said, okay, fine. Then finally, this time, tortoise decide that race. And you know what he did? He did half of the race on the ground and half of the race in the water. When he saw that, he felt, oh, this time I'm going to defeat. Because this tortoise was quite smarter. He wanted to actually make me lose this time, and therefore he designed something like this. And ultimately, tortoise come up with the new idea and says, look, खरगोश भैया, जब हम ground पे चलेंगे, तो मैं आपके कंधे पे बैठूंगा. I will be sitting on your shoulder when we will be walking on the ground. And when we will be in water, you will be on my back. So that is how we will be completing that whole race. And this time we will be both winning. And you won't believe, next slide, that ultimately this race covered both wins. And the celebration is actually around all, a jungle. So this win-win situation is most important. Please, next slide. Rather than, making somebody defeat and winning. So that's happening with the healthcare system. In healthcare system, nobody is superior, nobody is inferior. We all are part of the system. If we do collaboration, next slide. If we have teamwork, you won't believe, next slide, you will see the win-win situation and a celebration mode in whole healthcare system. So with this third story, we learned that team spirit, visionary, and creativity and innovation is always bring celebration and strengthen our system, which is the need of an hour. So this is a beautiful quote, which I really wanted to say loudly about for you. A champion team can be defeated, but a team of champions is always having a power to win. Next slide, please. So, now I'm just coming to the very common problem which nurses do have. Like, they feel that they are undervalued in healthcare system. But let me tell you, how many of you have seen this serial? जिसमें वो हमेशा बोलते हैं हमसे तो किसी ने पूछा ही नहीं. The important part is that he's never been engaged in those activities. He felt low about himself, and that's what happened with few professional people also. Few are friends that they feel that somebody will come forward and ask them. No, healthcare system is our responsibility. We are also accountable for that. So we always step ahead and ask, how can I help you? Rather than, please ask me. No, nobody is going to ask you. Let me tell you, you have to be that fast forward, just like that, rabbit in the second race, that going fast and asking how I can help you. Next slide, please. And the moment we change our attitude, believe me, you will start seeing the different results. So if you really look for approval from your friends, your co-worker, if you wait for the validation, for example, if I wanted to do something, I will be waiting and asking, क्या मैं ये कर सकती हूँ? क्या मैं ये कर पाऊंगी? If you are waiting for this type of validation, then believe me, you have to work on yourself. Your system, your environment, your profession can't help you. The only thing and only person who can help you is yourself. So just improve yourself and see the difference and see what profession can give you. Next slide. So here in that slide, I really wanted to tell you that self-esteem is the one esteem which we should work hard to bring up. And self-esteem is very positive. Believe me, self-esteem is not ego, not self-pride, not self-love. Self-esteem is something that I know my value. I value myself, and therefore I value every human being. So now I really wanted to talk a little bit about the professional visibility, because that has a direct impact on the financial part. Because first of all, we have to accept ourselves. We are nurses, we have power, and we should see our work by ourselves. Nursing, as we see, and if you see, look at the definition of nursing. Nursing is an autonomous and collaborative care. And nursing is exclusively to promoting health and preventing illness. But unfortunately, how many of our nurses are working in promoting health, preventing illness? No. Let me tell you, if you see, traditionally nursing was actually having the major role in promoting health and preventing illness. But over the period of time, we actually shifted all towards the biomedical model, where we are trying to cure and manage and giving palliative care. earlier 80% nurses work and very trained in this preventive and promotive aspect, whereas nowadays 80% nurses are actually hitting towards the tertiary care. And let me tell you, tertiary care, if you see the pyramid of Indian healthcare system or healthcare system of any country, the 20% is actually taken care by the tertiary care. Rest 80%. If nurses started working hard or preventive and promotive care, believe me, report says that investing on preventive and promotive healthcare system, a huge burden of financial burden can be reduced from the healthcare system. Last but not the least, if nurses are involved in as an integral part of planning, evaluation, and advocacy, policy making, research, then this will again boost and bring a sustainable quality healthcare system. Next, please. So here in next slide, I want to say, next, please. Are we self-directed? Because most of the time nurses says that, and people perceive that nursing is a profession where the doctor orders something and nurses do as per their order. But let me tell you, if you know the real nursing is never be dictative. It was directed. You know what is the impact of that medicine. You know the side effect. You know when this medicine will be more effective to you. You know the patient psychological condition. You know the socio-economic and socio-cultural behavior of that patient. How that community behave. So these are the important factor which nurses always include in their patient care, and therefore nursing care is always holistic and comprehensive care, where the medical care is always a curative and prescriptive care. So it is a high time that we nurses should talk about that nursing is not only science, it is a combination of art and science with the evidence-based practices. What Florence Nightingale did almost 1.5 centuries ago, where she reduced the mortality of soldiers from 40% to 2% through the scientific nursing care. Believe me, friends, she did change with the nutrition part, hygiene part, care part, and look, she reduced dramatic mortality and morbidity among the soldiers. Next, please. So autonomy is the need of our in this time. This autonomy is never given by the system, by the other professional colleagues, but autonomy comes with your confidence, with your knowledge, with your skills, and with your basic knowledge and your urge to upgrade yourself with, advancement. So now it comes that how, now this slide, I really want that our faculties, our senior nursing colleagues, our in charges, administrator, put a little attention over this, that how autonomy, we can cultivate autonomy at our workplace. Because let me tell you, this is all going to create higher impact on the financial part of the nursing care. Because once the system, once the administration, once the management started seeing nurses as an autonomous profession and as a professional who has autonomy to take care of their patient, they will start giving that due respect to this profession and due remuneration, which everybody expects. So this comes when our seniors are having clear vision, what they want from the nursing, what they want from their team. If the team lead has a clear vision, then believe me, you are cultivating autonomy in your team. If you are delegating right job to the right person, then you are helping to cultivate the autonomy. If your place is open place where we can talk freely, student comes and talk to their teacher and can say and express their views, their point of view, their view standpoints. Like, if they find something wrong in the nursing practice, they may see openly and they can argue and they can bring the new perspective on the table, then we are working to bringing autonomy in for the nursing profession. But last or not the least is appreciative work environment. Believe me, friends, rewarding system, acknowledging system, appreciating, the clapping system doesn't work that well as well the appreciative work environment. When somebody does good work, the real word of appreciation actually bring more happy hormone and bring more intrinsic motivation than giving them a flower or giving them a clap or giving them a certificate. Next slide, please. So this autonomy is a need of our. With that, I really wanted to close myself here, and I'm extremely sorry for such a internet issue and all that voice. I don't know how much you could able to hear me, but my slides would be with you all, and you can see and read it again if you want. With that, thank you very much. A very happy International Nurses Day, and thank you are valued. And first, see your own value, and only system will start valuing yourself. And nurses always very important for the healthcare budget, and please do take care of it yourself as well as your system as well as your patient, because as I said in the beginning, the healthcare system is just like a solar system and sun is our patient. If you are focused towards sun, believe me, you can bring the autonomy, you can bring the right recognition for the nurses and financial gain for the profession as well as the healthcare system. With that, thank you very much. All the very best. And once again, happy Nurses Day. Thanks, ma'am, and thanks, organizer, for giving me this opportunity for learning more.
Thank you so much. If any questions are there, please put in chat box.
Ma'am, you can withdraw the slides. Thank you, Neha.
Madam Jasmine, please check the chat box. If the questions are there, Madam is available to answer.
No, ma'am. Not now. There is no any question.
No questions raised.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Rupa Madam, for your wonderful presentation. We can say that is a most engaging presentation, I could say. Your expertise, your style of teaching is really greatly appreciated by each and everyone among us. Thank you so much. Your insights, your examples, all we definitely are going to are going to motivate each and every one of the nurses who joined together for this international webinar series. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and making this event more grateful and more wonderful, insightful, lovely. Means we really start to value the two type of nurses are motivating us a lot. Thank you so much for joining us. Next, I'm going to share my slide. And I request the same time to Professor Dr. Jasmine Johnson, Dean, Rama College of Nursing, for votive thanks. My slide is visible.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Good evening to all. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. Once again, greetings from Trained Nurses Association of India, UP State Branch. Very respected dignitaries, esteemed colleagues, and all nursing professionals, and all our dignitaries, a warm and heartful greetings to all. Today we are in the closure date of our international webinar series on the occasion of International Nurses Week celebration 2020-25. So it's not a vote of thanks. It's going to concluding with a valedictory session today. It's my privilege and honor to deliver today's vote of thanks with a valedictory on the special occasion of our, the end of our International Nurses Week celebration. But really, it's going to be a, boosting up of our second path of our nursing journey. So it's not the end of any of the session. It's the starting of our, professional journey too. So as we are here to come together for the conclusion of our today's international conference, international webinar series, I take this moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all who have made this event a grand success. First and foremost, my gratitude. I extend my sincere thanks to our today's esteemed chief guest, Dr. K. Ramu, chief guest, Dean and HOD of RR Nursing Institution, Karnataka. And I'm equally grateful to our guest of honor, Dr. Bhuvaneshwari Das, Associate Professor, Government College of Nursing, Raigad, Chhattisgarh. Very indebted for the grateful thanks to our today's, guest speaker, Ms. Ruba Rawat ma'am. So she done a brilliant presentation for in the last day of our international webinar series. So she has delivered such a brilliant presentation. With that, she just enriched us with their knowledge, insights, and expertise over the past sessions. So she really, what she's supposed to say to us is, we should value ourselves. So it's going to be a kick for our future life. So really, ma'am, you done a lot of, important inputs you shared in this PPT. So it's very sweet and crispy, but on the same time, I must say, this is very brilliant presentation. You thrown lot of, stones to the nursing students. So it's it's very, thought-provoking session where all the nursing graduates can think over times and all the senior nurses can think over times about your upcoming professional life. So this is all about your presentation. Very, very thankful on behalf of all our organizing team and all the collaborative nursing colleges and DNipCare. So really, ma'am, I'm so thankful to you. And thank you so much for your great presentation and your great presence. And I also thank all the, my appreciation goes to our organizing team, especially all the supportive staff. Especially, we used to mention all our executive committee members of TNA UP State Branch, President Ma'am, Dr. Kumudi Ma'am, and Vice President Dr. Deepthi Shukla, Secretary Ma'am, Bhumika Singh Ma'am, and all our, executive members. Really, I'm so thankful and hats off you for taking this much effort to make it in a clear picture of our UP State Branch. We are just growing along with the nursing team, with our student nurses. So I also thank all the participants for their active involvement, enthusiasm, and valuable contributions. In our platform, you might be seeing the number of only more than 100 plus, but I guess many of the institutions are a crowd. They are connected through their lecture halls. I'm so thankful to all the principals who given such a platform to our nursing students. Finally, I express all my gratitude to all the managements, college committees, those who are jointly, directly or indirectly supported us to continue this international webinar series very successfully. And this is something like, it's a heart touch moment that we are all nurses. We are in the frontline warriors. We are going ahead with a lot of challenges in current scenario. We are proud of that we are a nurse, and we are always ready to serve the nation as wherever we need. Thank you once again. Wishing everyone continued success in your future endeavors. Let us carry forward all the learning and experiences from this event into our professional and personal life. Thank you and Jai Hind. I would like to request any of the participant would like to share any few words regarding our past international webinar series what we conducted for 5 days. If anyone is interested, you can share your thoughts along with your any of the presentation. If anyone, please.
Kindly unmute everyone. So only 2 minutes for the feedbacks. If anyone want to share the feedback regarding this international webinar series, which took place under the umbrella of Trained Nursing Association of India UP State Branch with the collaboration of Samarpan College of Nursing and Rama College of Nursing with DNipCare. If anyone is here to share, it will definitely going to boost us, and we will come with more and more insightful sessions in future. As we are penalized with the one webinar series that is totally on the medical surgical nursing. All third sem and fourth sem syllabus, including more than 26 speakers. They are from different states and highly qualified in the field of medical surgical. So definitely like this, we will take so many sessions because we cannot take everyone on the floor as a physical. So what we thought that this webinar series is one of the way to give insights, knowledge, and the values of nursing profession to each one in different sites or all over the world where the people are joining us. So thank you so much for being a part of this webinar series. More than 4,000-5,000 students joined through the group connections from the different colleges. We all are really thankful for our students, whether they are the members of student nursing associations or not. In the same time as the Professor Jasmine Manu is with us, he's our SNA advisor, state SNA advisor. And in the beginning, the first day we already introduced about the Student Nursing Association of India, how you can be the member of that. And it is very important to be the part of any organization because if any problem we are facing suddenly in our life being a nurse and nurse students, if you are alone, a single going to be talk, it will be only a talk. If you are going to shout, it will be a single voice. But if you are going through your organization there, this one voice become the lakh and lakh students' voice, and your problems will be shortened in minutes. In the seconds also you can say. Same like that, I request all the nursing professional who are already trained and registered nurse, please join Trained Nursing Association of India as a member so that whatever the situations are there, the association is meant to produce the things towards your nursing field. So we are always next to you to support you in all sorts of criteria what are the facing by the nursing registered nursing professional. So I really request all the nursing registered all registered nursing personals who joined us to kindly join Trained Nursing Association. As a being a member, you can also join our organization and your voice will be our voice and we will definitely work whatever the problems, whatever the good or bad thing, what is the situation, we are definitely going to share. With these words, I am going to read some feedbacks came in the chat box. The first is from our respected speaker. Madam, thanks for your valuable time and your patience listening. Thank you so much, ma'am. One girl known as Kajal Yadav, all these sessions are very effective in our enhancement of the training skills and enhance our knowledge in the nursing. Principal Rims, it's really great session going. I learned a lot. You are our member, dear Rahul. It was a great webinar. Thank you, TNI, for organizing such informative webinar. All sessions have a bucket of knowledge for us because we are a student's nurse and get this much knowledge from all the sessions. Thank you, dear. Dr. Shivani Gupta, thank you, ma'am, for organizing such a valuable session. Thank you, Shivani, ma'am, for joining. I have seen you daily, miss each and every session. I recognize you were there. Thank you for your warm presence. So here on the screen, everyone can see I am present as a vice president of TNI UP State Branch. Along with me, SNA advisor, Dr. Professor Jasmine is there. At the same time, we have our Education Board Chairperson, Professor Praveen Prakash, sir, the Principal, Metro College of Nursing, recently joined us. Sir, you are late. Why? Along with that, we have with us our program chairperson, who is Mrs. Lakshmi Pandey, and we do have with us Mr. Rahul Sharma, chairperson, nursing service section. Along with this, I have seen Mr. Rakesh Pal. He was also there. Maybe his sir is driving. Chairperson, public health nursing section. We do have Ms. Ashu Yadav, chairperson, membership committee. Today she is on duty so that she cannot open the video. Respectfully, I do have the sister Prabha is present as a joint secretary. Mrs. Bhumika Singh, secretary, she is also present and on duty. Mrs. Pragya Singh, troubling in the bank work. as she's a treasurer, but she's present online. And our president, Mrs. Kumudri Mishra, ma'am, she's also along with Pragya in the bank. So video is not able, they are not able to open video, but they joined us. And thank you so much for your presence. Same, we have Mr. Jaipal Singh, Chairperson, Economics and Welfare Committee. He's also joined us. Thank you everyone for joining and taking such a pain and a labor to make this webinar series a great success. I really, on behalf of TNI UP branch, once again congratulating each and every nurse that you are a proud nurse, each and every student that you are a proud nursing student now. And yes, we are needed, we are important, we are valued every day. Every voice, every person, every individual is important in healthcare sectors. As Madam mentioned during the COVID section, we were valued. Now we are in the situation of war. We are still valued, and everyone is seeing, having one eye on the nurses. And you can see last 3-4 weeks, every organization is giving training to the student and the nurses. Last day also, our authority, Indian Nursing Council, they took full day webinar on the safety protocol for the nurses in the war situation, how we have to work, how we have to behave, how we have to deal the situation. Same like that, each and every college is making all the students to understand the situation that can be like a war, and how you become in the era of your students' life, how you become, you may be the helpful for the situation. As COVID also, my own students and others colleges students also, they worked in the hospital like a trained nurse to save humanity. Thank you so much everyone for such a wonderful presence. More than 6 to 7,000 candidates watches these 5 sections lectures of the webinar series. We are really blessed to have you, and we feel little bit proud that we serve little bit in the field of unity being a nurse. Thank you all, my dear members of TNI UP State Branch, for being a support. Definitely, we are coming soon with another webinar series that will be much more informative for each one. If you are getting any registration link, please go ahead and do your registration. I again motivate everyone to go for the SNA membership and TNI membership and be the member of one live organization and very old organization, more than 100 years. Thank you so much. Take care. Be safe. Be healthy. Be proud that you are a nurse. Take care, everyone. Stay blessed. And I hope still my slide is visible. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. So dear members of TNI, now we can leave. Take care. And we'll join off to this meeting to the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, one message is I would like to read. Is Dr. Anita Martin, Vice Principal, Health and College of Nursing. It was a wonderful session, ma'am. Appreciate the organizing team. Thank you so much. And still the feedbacks are there. Thank you for the meaningful sessions. Thank you everyone. We hope next again we got chance to learn from TNI UP. Yes, definitely you all will learn so many things. We are on the mucky wungy mode and we are going to do so many things. Thank you so much. Praveen sir wanted to share something. I was just going to close. Professor Praveen sir written that want to share something. Yes. There are so many people. Even Dr. Shivani can open the unmute herself and say something in our means motivational to TNI team. Praveen sir, unmute yourself. You wanted to say something. We will wind up within 5 minutes. Yes.
जी मैम
जी sir. Today you are late as a TNI member. Give the feedback.
Feedback, ma'am. Our feedback will be so.
Rahul is there, joined RIMS, and he's saying wonderful session. He is our member. He's a committee member.
Yes,
See
ma'am.
how he's saying. Huh? So,
Ma'am, really, we know that really it was a excellent session what we had arranged
yeah.
from different speakers from different levels. Start from Australian nurses. They are specifically talking about the Japa Uganda service which is provided to our nation.
Mm.
It's a bigger one where the students can able to know where the history, who the person and the person is belonging to other country, and they are working for the benefit of our nation, particularly regarding MCH care. This is a bigger one where we came to know the excellent information. I had informed my student also that see how best our government is working on. If the health system and the health worker are giving hands on this, we can able to bring the nursing profession furthermore in front line where we can able to make the MCH as a stronger one. Because prevention is better than cure. That is a word always they used to say. Our government believes on this. So in that prevention, the healthcare work role is more important. So in this MCH care, main reason is today's healthy child will be tomorrow's our strength for the nation. So that's
Yes.
the first information we gave them. Second one, we gave the palliative care. Palliative care, what is the reason that palliative care we had introduced? The person who is going to die. For that person also, the nurses are going to provide the care with the understanding and accepting what is the end stage of life. According to that, we are going to fulfill their wish and as well as we are going to provide the care. So where the person who has presented this topic, particularly it was excellent because the person undergoing the process of palliative. So where the person has wonderfully presented the topic with the help of the doctor also. And after that, we further moved further and we had given so many education sector. Our TNI president of Kerala has presented and education sector members, so many chief guests were there, where all together has given the put forward what we are always we are saying, think about in bigger, not about individual, think about your profession because this profession is going to be your life in the future because all the student nurses, all the nurses, those who are select this career, they are going to complete this one till their lifelong. They are going to work on this one. So here the TNA proved that we are there with you, where always the TNA stand with the profession, so where the members can able to approach us anytime for their collective problem, and it should be a genuine one, and it should be suffered by our majority of the groups, where we can able to support them and always we analyze the situation and we stand with them. This information clearly we had given for the entire student nurses as well as for the nursing profession.
Thank you, sir, for summarizing all the topics together and make everyone understand what exactly happened in 5 lectures. Thank you so much. To each one, there is a feedback form.
And it
How
was
many
a
forms? Yes. How many
wonderful
forms
session.
we are receiving? Definitely for the next series, we are going to give the registration section in that also. In all the organized groups which we are connected, we'll put. Let's just try to be present in that. Thank you so much. With these words, I will like to wind up today's session and take care. Stay blessed. Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.